board or a business owner who needs to prepare an update that will, they can potentially benefit from this service right now. And what I want to do, I want you guys to understand that it's a lot of money to be made in the world of Legal Shield. Okay? I know myself, my business partner, I'm sure other people in here, at about 11:59, from 11:59 to about 12:10 at night. It doesn't even matter if I went to bed at 9. Okay? My body automatically wakes me up. Because I'm either on the IVR line, listening to this sweet voice tell me what was just deposited, or I'm in my back office looking at money that's getting ready to drop off. Right? Over this last week, I have made over $1,000. But this last week, I have not sold one single. And I'm not saying it to impress you guys. I want you guys to understand, when I get ready to bring up this next presenter, he is going to break down this money. But I don't want you guys to make any excuses why you can't have it. So if you don't like talking to people, he's going to show you a way that you can make money in spite of how many people you want to talk to. If you don't even want to build a team, he's going to show you how you can make money even if you don't want to build a team. What if you're shy? What my shy people at? You know what? The shyest person makes the most money in Legal Shield. I wish I could leave out this room and find the other 10 or 15 more shy people. This shy person right here just got a promotion today. You show me some more shy people. We'll show them how to make some real money in Legal Shield. All right? I get excited. All right, I'm just excited about it. But I want you guys to open up your heart. You got to promise me. Because whatever excuse at the end that you choose, a year from today, I want you to be able to look at your child in the face and tell them why you decided what you decided. And if that excuse was worth it. So I want you to, everybody got your hearts open, minds open? How many people are praying for an opportunity to change their life? Raise your hand. Now I want you guys to know that God doesn't send money. But he will send you an opportunity to make your own money. And on top of that, look, you guys don't get what you want, you get what you what? Work for. Right? And so, if you're willing to put a little work in, Legal Shield can pay you. So, how many people ready to get paid? It is my palm-pleasing pleasure to introduce you guys to the next presenter. I remember him not even being old enough to work Legal Shield, but making a decision that he was going to be in this business. I remember at the age of 16, he was around the Millionaire Club members. He was taking notes, copious notes, right? And as a result of being in the right environment, because you know your environment produces your success. Think about it. If your parents took you and dropped you off in a country that did not speak English, is it safe to say when they picked you up in a year that you now will speak a foreign language? Why is that? Because your environment dictated it, right? And so I want to produce someone to you in the front of this room who his environment has allowed him to think so big and dream so big that he often will tell you that his reality is bigger than anybody's dream. Because as a result of this company, he was the second person within my organization to drive BMW, pay for a bicycle. He is a manager on his way to executive director. He will be the youngest executive director, not just in Memphis, but in the entire leadership. As we welcome one of the youngest, we're going to go ahead and speak it into existence. 6-figure income.
I'm going to say all over again. Thank you, Ms. Smith. Thank you. Again, it's my pleasure to be up here, presenting to you guys. This is one of my dreams started here 16 months ago. And as she stated, what I realized when I first took a look at this company, one thing they teach us, the mentors teach us, is posture. I realized that the millionaires and everybody in this company, posture was different. I went from sitting back in my edge of my chair, now sitting up in the edge of my chair now, because I seen the millionaires do it. Like she said, it's adaptability. And so I gravitated towards that, and my mentality changed from being in that inner circle. Because my mom told me, she said, look, you don't have to be great to start this company, you just got to get in to be great. And so I said, let me get in. And then she told me, she took me from a circle of people not going nowhere to a circle of people that are successful already. What I realized, things, my mentality about money changed instantly. I was like, wow, I can earn $100,000 a month in a couple of years. And I was going to college just to make $100,000 in a year. And so that changed it. And Legal Shield just did it for me, opened my eyes. And I tell people, at the age of 16, they started calling me Mr. Residual. And I'm going to tell you the story behind it. That became my favorite word because I understood what that means. If you understand what it means, I'm going to tell you today. If you're going to run through a brick wall like I am to get it too, right? So this is a credible company. I've been in, like I said, 16 months. It's changed my whole life. Now I'm able to do what I want to do. Not that dream lifestyle that everybody dreams about, I'm living it right now. And so I'm thankful for it. I'm blessed, and God be the glory. I can't say too much about it. And so just a year ago, my life hasn't been like it is now. Of course, a year ago, I was working a job, barely making $100 every 2 weeks. And so I found myself broke, stressed, you name it. And so maybe you went out there was in the same position I'm in. And so I had the mentality like, look, I'm going to be a college next year. I won't be considered the broke college student. So I said, I'm going to break that statistic. I will not be a duplicate of what my current community is going through, right? And so that's why I started changing. I've committed myself to becoming better, and this is what this company came in. She said, look, God will see an opportunity. I seen an opportunity, I took action, and this is what leadership came. And a couple months later, I started making more money in the day than I made all the money in that old job. And so that did it for me. A senior in high school, that did it for me, making an extra $300 off of somebody else's effort. I didn't know where it came from. They did it for me. Of course, I was running around the whole room in sixth period because I always check my count in sixth period. And so that's just me, and this has changed my whole focus. It changed my whole mentality again. And I'm going to get a warm welcome for the leadership. I want you guys to ready for this money. Y'all ready for the money? Yeah. So about this money. This is why you should join the leadership revolution, right? It's three main reasons why you should join the revolution. I often break it down right here. Let me ask you a question. What do you work? Warehouse, right? I want you to think about what the warehouse has paid you over the last course of month, right? Just keep that number in your head. And the number, I know you might make more money one month, you might make less another month. Just the in between, what's the consistent number that they pay you on a month-to-month basis, right? I want you to think about that word. Now, also, I want you to think about the time, the effort, the tenacity, everything, the stress, the dictator they're doing for you in the job. I want you to think about all of that and talk about that number, right? And I want you to think about how many hours and how many days that you put in the job. Right? And so what if your boss came up to you tomorrow and said, look, Mr. Shaw, right? He said, Mr. Shaw, look, I know you've been working hard this past month and of course of how you've been in this job. And he said, look, now I'm going to give you the opportunity to make the same income that you make on a month-to-month basis, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to work one time in a month span and working probably 16 times in a month. So my question to you, I'm your boss now. Would you want to work the same consistent hours or the same consistent days that you were working the previous month? Or would you take this one day and start working and still get that same check? Which one would you do? One day. And so what you're telling me, what comes to my mind is what he's telling me is the income, the money is not the issue, it's the time that you want. Right? Because we realize that time is the one thing that we can't get back. We realize time is the most precious gift that God gave us. And so he wants the time, because he realized he needed time, the money would come along with it, right? And so how powerful is you get the money along with the time? And leadership is going to offer you both. It's one thing to earn 6 figures in this company, but don't have time for you to spend it. It's another thing to have the 6 figures and have the time to spend on your children and spend on yourself. And so leadership, you're going to have both of the best work. So that's why you should join leadership, because it's going to give you income. It's going to give you time. And so can you agree with me? You got income plus time, you have some form of freedom. Right. And so not only that you should join the leadership for materialistic reasons, but let me break a little down for what the potential, the market potential of leadership. So we got 1.4 million members, as Ms. Smith alluded to in the presentation, right? So our ownership wants to take our 1.4 million members to about 5 million over the course of 2 years. What does that mean? Why is that so significant? It's so significant because they want people, the income portion. So people that went from making $10,000 a month and will now start making $100,000 a month. People that's making $100,000 a month, this company now was to be making $1 million a month. You guys looking scary. You guys looking like it's impossible, right? That's what they said a year ago, right? They said, look, you're not going to create financial freedom. You're not going to drive that BMW, right? Y'all like the same people that told me that. They say you're crazy, right? They told me that. And that almost defeated me. It wasn't that easy, okay? I thought about it, right? But I didn't let that, I realized my excuses was bigger. My excuses was not bigger than my dream. And so I pressed on. I pressed my way through and made that decision to take action in this company. And it became possible, right? Because this is what impossible becomes possible. So the $1 million of money, that's what I'm aiming for, right? It's not just like she said, I got big dreams and this is what it is. And I'm not sharing anything to press you, just to press upon you how important and how big this company can be. And so customer need, as you know, everybody needs access to what we got. It's one of the things everybody needs access to. Most people don't have the resource to get it, right? And so now you can take the money out of it, you can still have access to it. The industry transition, I just alluded to that. The economy environment. Of course, we have a bad economy right now, right? And so people are looking for a new way. People are looking for a new opportunity. People are looking for change. And so we get all that. This is why you should join leadership. Okay? The market is ready. This is basically a research they did. And I'm basically going to ask you a question and basically going to tell you what this all is going to say. How many people think attorneys are important? Right? It's everybody. So why don't most people have access to them? Because it costs so much, right? And so if you take the money out of the cost of the attorney, most people get access. And so this is what it says. It says 93% of people believe attorneys cost so much. 76% of them said they were hesitant to call an attorney because they cost so much. And it also said that 60% of people that knew legal shield exists that would be interested in purchasing our plan. So that's to tell you that it's an opportunity and it's a market for leadership. This is the different plans that we could market. People that say, look, I don't like to talk. People say, look, I don't like people. People say, look, I only want to build a team. Whatever your excuses is, this is a different market. We can market membership. And so I'll just go through this once I go through how to make money. And so this is our different ways that we actually get the information to our prospects, right? And so the only thing we do in leadership is get information to people that don't know about leadership to help them understand information about what we offer. And that's the only thing we do. We be a master in promotion, not a master in presenting. Right? I didn't see myself up here, right? But I understand that if I want to get to my success, my true success lies outside my comfort zone. But I realize now I'm not stepping outside your comfort zone, but expanding it. Right? That's what I did. I didn't like talking because I worked on talking. Now I expanded my comfort zone, so it's now my comfort. And so that's what I challenge you to do. And so if you don't like to talk, you send people to web presentations. We have website, we have DVDs, conference call, flip books, in-home presentations, business briefings, which is just like this. We have lunches. You can invite somebody out to lunch, buy their dinner, and show them how they can change their life. And so there's different ways that we market membership. Okay, so this is actually how we get paid, right? So we get paid 3 different ways, 3 main ways in leadership, but it's really 10 different ways, right? And so my old job, I got paid one way. It was either salary, commission, hourly, so that's basically like most of us in the audience, we get paid 1 different way. And so leadership, they introduced me to somebody get paid 3 different ways. I said, wow, how is that so? The first way you get paid is personal sale advance. That's basically you get paid off your own effort, right? That's so basically what we all are used to. And so the second way they say you get paid off somebody else's effort. I was like, okay, that's illegal, right? How can I get paid off somebody works somebody else do? How is that possible? They broke it down to me. It's called leverage. It's called passive income. This is where you create your time freedom. This is where you get that time back, right? This is where you could work there one day and still your income will stop. This is how I had an accident a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't physically work in 2 weeks, but my income actually went up and then down. Right, so how's that possible? All right, the last one we go, there's a little word right there, right? Residual. Lifetime residuals. This is how we get paid the last way, my favorite way. Residuals simply means you get paid for one thing, something you get paid over and over and over based off something you did once. It's kind of funny how Elvis in Graceland is still generating millions upon millions of dollars and he's been dead over 30 years. How is that possible? Because he built up an empire and he knew that people were smart and not hard, he could have something like this provide for his children. So that's why it only took one Elvis to change his family legacy. It only took one Michael Jordan to change his family legacy. It's going to take one McKinney to change my life. And here's the thing. Everybody started at the junior associate position in this company. You can't buy your way up. You can't say, look, I know Mr. McKinney, I want to get to the executive director because he's quote-unquote success in this company, right? Everybody's going to start at the junior associate position. I started, my mom started, everybody started at the junior associate position. At the junior associate position, you start out making $68 off of one membership, right? So you're saying, look, that's not a lot. I came over here just telling you you're going to make $68. But look, think about it this way. It's all about perspective, I realize, right? Think about it this way. How many people you know can make $68 in a 5-minute conversation?
That's right.
Nobody. They can have a GED, PhD, it doesn't matter. You're not making $68 in a 5-minute conversation. That's right. So how do you get promoted from the associate to, the junior associate to the associate position? There's 3 different ways because Legal Shield is ran on a point system, right? So you get 5 points, you get promoted to the socialization. There's 3 ways you get 5 points. The first way you get 5 points because 1 membership equals 1 point. So if you get 5 membership, there's 5 points. You got 5 times 6 and 8. You just made over $345. The first way you get promoted. Okay. The second way you get promoted, you get 3 people. See, here's the thing. One of those persons say, look, Rico, I see you having a lot of success in this company. So look, I want to have success also. I want more time. I want more money. I want to be in a position to help other people. We're going to call that guy more, right? So if you want more in this company, you're worth 3 points. So you get 1 person that wants more and get 2 people that wants a membership. That's 3 plus 2. That's 5. You got 3